Alrighty, fellas, I'm about to put you guys on the map and show you guys how to get case study worthy results from your clients using a little tip that you can implement in the next 2 minutes. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this for any niche. So it doesn't matter if you're working with mortgage, if you're working with gyms, if you're working with med spas, it doesn't matter who you are servicing. This is applicable to you. It doesn't matter if you're running Facebook ads, Google ads, does not matter. This will apply to you. And what this will allow you to do is get quicker results, get longer results, and to be able to keep your customers longer so you can extract a higher lifetime value per customer so you can make more money without having to go out and get new clients over and over and over again. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Dylan Wilson. I'm the founder of Catalyst Holdings, which is a high leverage marketing holdco that does anywhere between $150,000 and $200,000 a month. And I post these videos in hopes that you learn how to get to about $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And then you consider working with my holdco/marketing agency. So that's my evil plan. Now, before I get into what this is, I'm going to share you a quick 30-second story as to how I actually developed this. Okay, so here is an ad account from one of the old clients that I used to have when I was in the gym agency. And as you can see here, we ran this campaign, which was probably one of the more successful campaigns that I ever ran for any one of my clients, because as you can see here, we generated 160 leads while only spending $100, which is a 65-cent cost per lead. And this is in Canadian dollars. So that's like 50 US cents. And in addition to that, of the 160 leads, we only actually contacted about 40 of them, and we sold 24 of them on a high ticket package of $600. We filled up that program inside their gym, and we only actually ran this campaign for about 3 or 4 days before we shut it off because, well, the gym was full. Now, one of the things that will probably surprise you when you actually look into this campaign is, as you can see here, look at the estimated audience size. The estimated audience size that I had to work with was 15,000 to 17,000 people. And as you can see right here, Facebook is telling me that I might not get any leads because of how small my audience size is. But how was I able to, despite having a super small audience and despite Facebook telling me that this campaign probably won't work, run probably one of the most successful ad campaigns that I've ever run before? Well, I was able to pull this off because of something known as niche cycling. So niche cycling is the topic of this video. That's the little thing that's going to put you on the map to be able to get you case study worthy results for your clients, even if you're just like an average media buyer or an average copywriter. Okay, so I'm going to pop over into a whiteboard, explain to you what niche cycling is, how to do niche cycling, and then how you can apply niche cycling to your own campaigns in the next 2 minutes. Okay, so niche cycling is basically taking your client's target audience, breaking them up into sub niches, and then targeting one niche at a time and going around and around and around. So that was obviously a very oversimplified explanation of it, but I'm going to show you guys like how it actually works and how to do it right here, and the 2 hidden bonuses that come with niche cycling, which is why it works so freaking well. Okay, so the first thing that you'll do is you'll segment your clients' niches, right? So let's say you're in the fitness niche. Well, a way to segment that could be males under 40, males over 40, females under 40, females over 40. And with the example that I was showing earlier, this was the exact niche segment that we used. But maybe you're in a niche like mortgage or real estate. Well, in that case, you could do apartments, townhomes, single family homes, luxury homes. Maybe if you're in the auto detailing niche, you could do cars, trucks, sports cars. Or it doesn't matter what niche you're in. You could do city 1, city 2, city 3, city 4. So maybe you're like landscaping or you're plumbing or you're things like that. Right? Well, what you can do is, you can figure out what your client service area is, find different neighborhoods or find different like smaller cities within that service area and go city 1, city 2, city 3, city 4. Another way to do niche cycling is service 1, then service 2, then service 3. And another quick example for you here is maybe you're working with like a jiu-jitsu gym and they have some offers where they target parents to work with the kids. And then maybe they have also adult classes as well. Right? So it doesn't matter what niche you're in, find a way to break up your client's offerings or your client's target market into 2 to 4 different sub niches so you can begin the niche cycling process. Now, once you have that set up, this is how it actually works, right? So you have niche 1, you have niche 2, you have niche 3, and then you have niche 4. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to create a niche specific offer for niche number 1. Now, here's an example. I'm a 23-year-old male. Now, another fun fact about me is that when I was in high school, I was 180 pounds. Now, 5 years out of high school, I'm also 180 pounds. I've always tried to put on weight. I haven't tried super hard, but I would love to be 190 pounds and have an extra 10 pounds of muscle. Now, if I was online and I came across a fitness program, I might have interest in it. If I came across a fitness program for males, I might have a little bit more interest in it. But if I came across a fitness program for 20 to 30-year-old males who are looking to add 10 pounds of muscle in the next 6 months, I would be the most interested in it. And I would likely click on that offer and begin to fill out some lead forms. Now, it could be the exact same fitness program that was originally marketed as just a fitness program, but because it is packaged in a way that is highly relevant to me, I am become much more interested in perceiving this offer to be much more valuable because it's super specific to me. And that's the first big bonus that you get with niche cycling, is that when you are only targeting, let's say, males under 40 years old, you can wrap up your client's offer to specifically call out and to specifically target and to specifically talk about the pain points and the dream outcome and the low effort and sacrifice and the time delay in relation to a male under 40's life. And when you do that, the people on Facebook are going to perceive these offers to be much more valuable. So what you do is, once you've decided your niche, you come up with that niche specific offer, and then you run that offer. Now, one of the common problems that you'll run into when you're running ads for local businesses is that maybe you launch the campaigns and the first month crushes it. Your client's happy, it's good. And what usually happens when when your clients are working with agencies is the results look like this. They start, they get good results, and then the results taper off. And then as soon as how much you charge them and the value or the results that you're getting, as soon as this point meets, they churn, right? And if you've worked with clients before, you've probably experienced this in the past. Now, this is exactly normal, and this is what's supposed to happen, because what's going to happen is that when you're targeting a local business and maybe you only have 100,000, or in my case, 13,000 people to work with, eventually everybody's going to see the offer before. It's going to become saturated. People are going to become, oh, I've already seen this. And it doesn't matter how many ads you create and how many different hooks you test. It's a very hard game to win, especially if you're trying to do it at scale with multiple clients, right? And so what you do with niche cycling here is you run, let's say, offer one, and you run it until it gets to about here. So maybe you run it for like 1 to 3 weeks, right? You turn on that offer, you're targeting males under 40. It rips for the first like 2 to 4 weeks, and then it begins to taper off. Well, instead of riding it all the way down to here, what you do is you shut off niche one's campaign. So you shut this one off, and then you go to niche two, right? So then you repackage your offer, and maybe this time you target males over 40, right? You talk about the pain points, you talk about the dream outcome, you talk about the effort and sacrifice, right? You call out males over 40, and then what's going to happen is you're going to launch that campaign, let's say right about here, and then there you go, right? It's going to pop off, and you're going to have that same 2 to 4 weeks of absolutely ripping that most of the time you do when you start working with local businesses, right? And as soon as this one starts to fatigue, as soon as results start to go down, you go to niche 3. Then you go to niche 4. And what's going to happen is, if you say, if you spend 2 to 4 weeks here, 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 by the time you spent your 2 to 4 weeks here, niche number 1 has become fresh again. Niche number 1 hasn't seen any offers or ads in a couple weeks now, and they are now a fresh audience. And what you can do is you can also pair this up with like seasonal changes. So maybe you go New Year's offer, New Year's offer, New Year's offer, New Year's offer. Then you go spring, 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 summer, 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 winter, 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 winter. And what this ultimately does is it gets you out of the constant agency rat race of this, and it turns it into this, which is a much more sustainable way to keep clients, because if you're charging this much, you never reach the point where your results dip below how much you are charging them, right? And this is why niche cycling is so powerful. And this is why, as I bring it back to here, we were able to get absolutely insane results for our client despite only spending a couple $100s. Now, how this looks like from an overall 12-month perspective is niche 1 to 4 weeks, niche 2, niche 3, niche 4, back to niche 1, niche 2, niche 3, niche 4, back to niche 1, niche 2, niche 3, niche 4. So this is a quick, simple video of niche cycling. I recommend that you take this strategy, you take it to the bank. If you implement it in your clients, you will begin to get those case study worthy results, so you can throw them up on your website. You can bring those up on sales calls, and you can close more clients at a higher ticket, and ultimately you can make more money. So hopefully you got value out of this video. I appreciate the time that you took to watch this video. If you have any questions about niche cycling, leave a comment below. If you want to jump on calls with me every single week and I can help you analyze your ad accounts and all that kind of stuff, click the link below. We have a 100% free community. It's the $0 to $1 million agency challenge. Hop in there. We do 2 coaching calls a week. I also have $4,000 of course content that you can go through. And it's, again, completely free. Other than that, wish you guys all the best with your business, and I'll see you guys in the next video.